All right. Next question. Mods to help get better times at the track in a B8 S4.
Depends on the track, if it's straight or has corners.
Let's assume they're talking about
If it's a drag strip, yeah, I mean it's
no
road course.
road course.
All right, we can go to the road course side of things. A lot of that is going to be. I'm going to go just driver mods.
Driver mods.
So much of that is dependent on just seat time behind the wheel, good instruction, good good experiences out there, and then you'll start to kind of feel out where the weak points are. The biggest one on the V8S4 is going to be brakes.
Yeah, that's the number one thing.
The massive,
but probably not
Achilles heel on track. First time out, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just if you're fresh on the track, just drive within the car's limits. You're going to get a lot from it, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, just take the car bone stock if you can.
Yep, and then just so you know where you're starting from and what it feels like per change, ideally. Yeah, it's going to be very driver dependent on what you want and how the car feels and responds to your driving style. But I mean, my car, I like a very sharp, very responsive, very tactile feel. So I've got spherical control arms everywhere, which we're releasing soon. There's sway bars, our springs, motorsport mounts. So it's a very connected feel in the car. And obviously upgraded brakes and whatnot on it in our tuning. So. I mean, you can start stock, do some basic stuff, but time and experience is going to get you a long way.
Yeah, I mean, I without sounding, like a shill or overly biased, just put our catalog on your car. That's literally why we design these products for high performance street driving as well as on track. I would say that get a set of our upcoming wheels.
Yep.
Get some arc. I mean, if the driver mod is the first thing. So if you've never been on track, take your car as it is and go do some track days. Go get 5-10 days under your belt. So that's really important.
Yep.
The cars are much more capable than the people, and so there's a lot of guys, men specifically, who think they're real badass drivers because they've been blasting around in one lane, on the local roads. The typical road, the lane of a road is slightly wider than a car. Even if you take the liberty of using both lanes, you're in a 2-lane width situation. Typical road course, you're dealing with like the width of the track is possibly 8 to 10 lanes of a road. So you're now driving through a sea of pavement that there's very little indication of where you're supposed to be. If you just go out on the track and you hug the inside of the corners like you do on the street, you're gonna be the slowest person out there, and you'll be by no means going fast. So you need to learn how to drive the line. You need to learn about vehicle dynamics. You need to be able to get your car to the limit and drive it there for long periods of time. That's not something anyone knows how to do until they go to a track and get the right kind of training. I think the first time I went on track, I was in college. I thought I was, Schumacher, and I was going to go out there and show everyone. And I had no idea what I was doing. I was so lost. Again, it just felt like a sea of pavement, and I had no idea where to put the car. So, after 20 plus years of track driving, I'm still learning every time I go to the track. I try to go three to 5 times a year. I'm learning every time I go. So, but once you feel like you're reaching the limit of the car, which means the brakes are overheating, that your tires are squealing, you can carry more speed, but the car is just holding you back.
Right. You can't get the orientation of the car where you want, where it's either pushing too much or it's tires are overheating.
You want to be over there, the steering wheel's like this, and the car is going that way. Those are the indications that you've maxed out your car, and that could very well happen 5 to 10 track days in. I think some people have a better natural ability than others. And then at that point, our springs, our sway bars, good wheels, sticky tires, any kind of R compound tire. You definitely are going to need brakes in the B8. Any of the big chassis Audi cars need big brakes, recommend a kit from like a Brembo or an AP Racing or an Alcon or something like that. And then there's, power isn't necessarily something you need to go fast on track.
You'll be amazed the Miata, like fairly stock power Miatas that are just going to be
there's
flying by you for a while.
130 horsepower Miatas passing 600 horsepower, everything's on track. So, but with our tuning setup, you can buy our cable, you can flash your car to stage 1, you can even go to full stage 2. There is a point where when you get enough brakes and tires into the car that you're going to be able to use that kind of power. But I mean, I think the overall message is, don't overestimate your abilities, don't underestimate the abilities of the car, and get out there and learn.
Yep. Show up with a huge dose of humility.
Yeah.
Absorb everything you can.
Be willing to learn. Ask anyone and everyone to go ride with you, anyone that you respect. And I think the biggest way I learned is by riding with other people.
Yeah.
And just seeing what's possible.
Get in the seat with someone who can really wheel a car around, and you're gonna you're gonna have a new envelope for what you think cars can do.
Yeah. Even when I go to a new track, I want to ride with someone who I know is faster than me, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know you could go. I didn't know you could carry that much speed through this corner. And oh, okay, you let the car kind of step out a little bit, and then you can kind of get back on the throttle, and you can carry that speed right through this corner instead of braking so much. And I know I've been instructing for years too, and that's always, I could sit in the passenger seat telling people what to do, or I can just go show them, and I always try to give my students a ride early on, and I see them the following session doing, growing and improving so much. So you'll learn a lot just from watching and being in the passenger seat, and seeing how it's done. That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Instructors. Yeah, so we go to all NorCal Audi Club track days. That's our local club. There's about 4 or so a year. We go to other track days too occasionally. For us, we go out and we take the opportunity to test our products. It's also a great way to meet our customers and hang out and have fun and advertise and all that stuff. So yeah, check out if you're in Northern California or Southern California, check out the Golden Gate Audi Club. Become a member if you're not. It's an incredible community. The track days are really well run. They're really fun. I've been participating in that club since 1997, something like before Nick was born.
Basically, yeah.
So yeah, it's a great club, but there are clubs like this all over the country. If you really enjoy cars and coffee is kind of cool, but it's like a bunch of tire kicking or whatever. If you want to enjoy cars and enjoy people and have fun, go to the track and truly learn how to drive your car. Because I guarantee if you've never been on track, you have no idea what you're doing. It's just, you just don't have the opportunity to learn that. So, all right. I went on a little too long about that, but